Good afternoon, YouTube, on this Wednesday, 2/6/19. And we're going to jump right in today's topic. Today's topic is a very kind of long topic, but I'm not going to prolong it any longer. I wrote this topic down yesterday and wrote down the notes and everything. So you're going to really like today what the topic is on YouTube, and we're going to jump right into it. Today's topic today is a helping hand. Um, a lot of people say, "Ooh, I can't wait to hear this one." Well, you're getting ready to hear it because today's topic is a helping hand, and I already got the keynotes down. So if you can follow along, make sure you try to catch everyone I say. Start off with a helping hand. Help someone if they don't ask. Basically, like if somebody doesn't ask you for help, um, but you know they're in need, try to reach out to that person. That's my next thing that I was gonna say. Try to reach out to that person, see if they're doing okay. If they say yeah I'm doing fine, and you can sense something in them, just reach out to them and make sure you can make their day more pleasant than it is before. So help someone if they don't ask. Reach out to the person. Those are my two key points of a helping hand. If they need you by their side, if they need you by their side, um, stand by their side. Take some time out of your day to help somebody out, even if you have a busy schedule or whatever. Try to reach out to somebody. Try to be there for them because a lot of people need help with something, um, and um, and just basically um, just try to be a helping hand to somebody because you never know when you're going to be in that situation to have somebody help you. And then when that time comes, no one's there to help because you didn't help them. A lot of people say, well, they didn't ask for help, so what am I supposed to do? That goes back to my first key one again. Help someone if they don't ask. If you see, if you see with your eyes that they need help, and you know they're struggling, and you know their situation, don't wait for them to come to you and ask you for help. Go to them because that makes you a better person in the long run. Because a lot of people say, well, I can't read their mind, so I don't know what they're thinking, or I don't know if they need help. I don't know what they're saying. They need to speak to me. It's called body language. If you can look in their body and their face expression when they know they need help with something, even if you don't know what it is, just ask. And if they retaliate and say, well, I don't need help, it's right in your face, sweetie. I mean, it's like you can see that they need help with something. Try to reach out to them. And it doesn't help. I mean, it doesn't hurt to help somebody in need. My next keynote: if there is a broken heart, help fix it. If there is a broken heart, help fix it. Like if somebody lost a loved one, or they got out of a relationship, or a divorce, or something like that, and they got a broken heart about it, try to give them some advice. Try to be there for them in their time of need. And people, let me tell you this: people that are trying to help you in your time of need, that you got a broken heart and you need it fixed, don't push them away. Don't say, "Oh, I got this," or "There's no hope for me." There goes back to what I was talking about yesterday, to negative. Negative. There goes that negative side. Talk about I got this. I can deal with it by myself, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And it's just you're back and forth with yourself on that because you got a broken heart. So when somebody comes to help you try to fix your broken heart, take it. Try to take one step at a time with it, though, people. When you try to go help them with their broken heart, try to take it one step at a time to where they're gonna mend the process. Because you can't just fix a broken heart in a day. It's got to take time. Just like I said before yesterday in one of my videos, when I said a car is not going to get fixed in a day, probably depending on how much of a fix it is, or how major it is, or something like that. It may get fixed in a day, but some things aren't going to get fixed in a day. It takes time for that too. So, if there's a broken heart, help fix it. Um, and then I got some things called helping others quote. It's still basically on a helping hand, but it's still some quotes that you're going to like in this one. My first quote is, "No one has ever become poor by giving." No one has ever become poor by giving. And a lot of people say, well, yeah, I have become poor by giving. No, you haven't. It's because when they say it's better to give than receive, or once you give, you receive back. So if you give to somebody that's in need, you are going to get back. It's because you're going to get back 10 times fold than what you gave. It's because a lot of people say, well, I gave this person money and I became broke. Or I gave this person food and I didn't have any. That's the negativity. That's the negative speaking. That's what you have to get out of. You have to get out of that mindset that if you're going to help somebody, you're going to take a sacrifice. And there's no greater joy than to help somebody. And that's what it's meaning is no one has ever become poor by giving. Is because you're not poor when you give. Because let me explain something to you guys. Money is just a thing that keeps you living, that keeps bills paid and all this kind of stuff, and food in your stomach and everything like that. That's what keeps you living or keeps you going. Your health is the main thing that keeps you breathing and living and walking and stuff like that. That's what your health is doing. So when you give, you are giving back to yourself as well, and you don't even know it. But you've got to say, I'm doing something today, and I'm giving back to myself too. Everything's going to come in line. Another thing that I got down is the best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. If you feel like you are hopeless to yourself and you feel like you can't do nothing and all this kind of stuff, go out and do something. Get something done and just get things off your mind instead of just sitting about I'm hopeless. That's the negative. That right there is negative. Next one. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. You're not useless. If you take somebody else's burden, you're not useless. That's the negative part there too, but that's the helping thing too as well. For somebody who's helpless, they basically just get that so they know how they're doing. Next one. There is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. There's no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. Next one. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. So when you give cheerfully and you say, I'm giving as a cheerful giver and grateful for what you're doing, saying, oh, I'm going to do this and just be happy about it, then you're blessed on top of it. Another one. Helping other people can be a cure, not just for those who are in need, but for your soul as well. So, that's a good one too. Helping other people can be a cure, not just for those who are in need, but for your soul as well. And a lot of people say you went too fast with that. Excuse me. So let me go back into these quotes again. No one has ever become poor by giving. The best way to feel hopeless is to the best way not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. There is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting up people. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. Helping other people can be a cure, not just for those who are in need, but for your soul as well. But let me go back to the one that says there is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. No better exercise than to go up and reach somebody who's in need. Because when you see them falling and you see them down and you see them struggling and you see them and you're looking down, don't just look at them, help them. Don't say you're better than them because you're basically feeding negativity into them. That's what I was saying yesterday when I was saying negativity and positive. You're feeding negativity into them when you're saying, "Oh, I'll look better to you because I'm up here and you're down there. Look at you." No, help them, because you don't know when you're going to be in that situation. You never know what's going to happen to you. That's why a lot of people need to be grateful for what they've got, be grateful for what they have, be grateful for the breath they have, for walking, for talking, for seeing. Everything in the grateful category they need to be grateful for is because they don't know when they're going to need it. They think they got everything in place because they got all this money and they got all this and all this kind of stuff. No, they need to be grateful they got it. And if somebody needs help and they're saying they're going to pay you back, or they can't do it right now, but they will when they can, they'll do something to find a way, help them out. And then the next thing is, let me tell you this: when somebody says they're going to pay you back, and you see them taking effort to pay you back, take it. Don't sit there and bribe them and say, "Oh, when I'm gonna get my money, or when I'm gonna get my food that I borrowed you, or when you gonna give me some food that I decided and gave out to you. When you gonna do this? When you gonna do that?" Don't bribe them. If you see them taking the effort and they're coming and telling you, I'm sorry, I know it's supposed to pay you back this day, but I got something that come up, so I have to do it the next day." Now, if they are sincere about it and they saying that something came up important and you know it, then you take them and say, "Okay, I know you're trying, so you're fine. Get on your feet, then that's fine." Because if you gave that to that person expecting them to pay you back, you wasn't given cheerfully and you wasn't given gratefully, and you won't be blessed if you gave it to them expecting them to get it back to you. That's what the thing is, that you have. When I said here, and one of the key points, when we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. So when you give, like I said, I'm hit on that one because that's something telling me, is that when you give gratefully and cheerfully, you're blessed at it, and you're not expecting them to pay you back. Now, if they choose to pay you back, that's on their terms. That's on between them. If you say, "Don't worry about it, don't worry about paying me back, try to get on your feet," that's fine. That's cheerfully. That's gratefully. You're not worried about it. But if you give something to somebody and you're more fortunate than they are, but you look at them and say, "I need my money back next week." What do you need your money for next week? What do you need it for? If you know that that person was struggling more than you were, when you're more fortunate to get your money back, when you get it, you have more money than that person has. What do you need your money for? Now, if you're struggling, that's one thing. Explain to the person when you give it to them, saying, "I'm struggling too, but I'm deciding out of my heart to give this to you because I see you're more struggling than I am." If you see that you're humble on top of that, and you see that you are struggling and you show that person that, that's being humble. Right there, that's being humble when you're saying, "I'm struggling just like you are, but I see you're struggling more than me. Here, pay me when you can, or don't even bring that up. Don't even bring that up. Just say, make it in life. Hope you get on your feet." And if they decide to pay you back, accept it cheerfully and say, "Thank you so much. I hope you got back on your feet. I hope everything's successful. If you ever need me, I'm here." That's the main thing you need to say to those people, that if they pay you back on their own terms, without even you saying it, and you say to them, "Thank you so much. I needed this too. You're helping me out just as much as I helped you. And if you ever need me, call me." I mean, that's the main thing that you need to do in life. That's what people need to do, instead of saying, "Okay, well, I handed you $50, so pay me back 50. Or I handed you $70, hand me back $70. Why hand them money when you say you want them to pay you back? And then some people say, "Well, I was helping them." Don't look like you were helping them to me. If you're expecting them to pay you back, it's because when you don't have the money or the finances or the food, and I could say all kinds of things. If you don't have items to pay a person back with, why are you expecting to give them that when you've got it and expect them to give it back to you? Come on, somebody. You've got to understand what you're doing. If you see that person struggling and you know they got a job or whatever, then you say, okay, I'm helping you out. This is a loan. And that person will say, if that person says, okay, this is the loan, I'll pay you back when I can get the chance. Work with them. Work with them on payments. Do something to know that they're paying you back. Now, if they don't lift a dime up to help you, then you've got a situation you've got to basically do. But main thing I would say is that don't give up helping other people because of one situation. A lot of people say, well, I'm not helping people no more because of this situation, and I got messed up on this side, I got screwed on this side, so I'm not helping no more. Don't put yourself in a situation because you didn't get paid back in the first situation. And I mean, so many people do need help these days. But certain people take advantage of that help, and I'm going to hit those people who do need help. But you take advantage of it. When somebody helps you and you say you're going to pay them back and you haven't, you've taken advantage of them helping you. If you even tell a person, I'm going to help you because you did this for me, and you take advantage of that and you don't remember what they did for you, and you don't acknowledge it and you don't pay them back or anything or help them back, you are taking advantage of them helping you, and that messes up on your blessing and your help. Because the next time you need help, you messed it up for yourself. And a lot of people say, well, that's not the thing to do in life. If somebody messes you, screws you up, then you don't do that back to that person. It's where you teach them that you went out on a limb to help them, and they took advantage of it, so you've got to teach them a lesson. It's teaching people a lesson too. That's what another thing about the helping hand thing about is, you basically have to teach people a lesson when they take advantage of you. If they're taking all this money from you and they're not paying you back or they're not helping you, then you got to teach them a lesson. If you know they're struggling and they're trying, then you work with them. Because let me tell you this, another thing, a lot of people think money is going to go bye-bye. No. You can get money every day. And it's not all about money here. Let me explain to you folks. This is not all about money, helping people with money. But so many people get beat up over money. They get abused over money. They get relationships are ruined over money because they handed money out and they didn't get money back. Like I said before, and I said in this video, and I'm going to repeat it again so you can clearly hear what I'm saying, is that if you lend money out to somebody and you don't tell them to pay you back, then don't expect it back. But if you lend money out to somebody and they tell you they're going to pay you back, then work a plan out. If they come up to you and say, okay, thank you for letting me borrow this $20, I'm going to try to make a plan to pay you back. Keep in contact with me. If the person says keep in contact with me, remind me and stuff like that, then you work that process out, but don't get aggravated with them. If you see them don't pay the dime, then like I said, teach them a lesson. But if you don't say pay me back, don't expect no money back. Because one day, if you don't expect it, it will pop up. Now, if a person keeps telling you they're going to pay you back, then just wait for it. Just work with them, wait for it, try to be patient with them, stuff like that, then it'll come around. But if you don't expect to be paid back, then I'll say this, expect a blessing. Because you might get something that you weren't even expecting. You could pay somebody $20, $30, and then you be walking down the street and you look at an envelope that's just there and you don't know what's in it or whatever. You pick up that envelope and it could be $1,000 in it. I received that already. It could be money in there that you don't even know that somebody could have left there, mistakenly just forgot about it or whatever, and it just dropped. Or you could be just sitting at home and all of a sudden something just hit your doorstep. Somebody better receive it. So whoever watching better receive this. Something can hit your doorstep, and you open up that box and there's some money in there, and you be like, "Hold on, I wasn't even expecting this," because you weren't expecting a payback. Just like I said here before, and I'm getting into this. It's where I said this. When we give cheerfully and when we give cheerfully and accept grateful, everyone is blessed. That means when you give cheerfully and you don't expect a payback or you don't expect anything, there's going to be something that hits your doorstep or hitting your path that you didn't even expect, because you didn't expect to get paid back. You didn't expect because you gave. This is what Helping Hands is all about. People get blessed and they get helped even if they don't expect it. And the people say, "Well, I didn't expect this." Well, you better take it and thank God or thank somebody, because you didn't expect this to come your way. Let me calm down. But know everything that I said, and I'm getting ready to end this video for the night today. But please take everything I said and just listen to these key points again and go right on through it. Again, I said help someone if they don't ask. Reach out to the person. Reach out to the person. If they need you to stand by their side, stand by their side. If there's a broken heart, help fix it. No one has ever become poor by giving. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. There is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. Helping other people can be a cure, not just for those who are in need, but for your soul as well. And I hope you take those key points. I hope you got everything. And if you need me to send this out to you folks, I can send out the notes of things so you can take it yourself and apply it to yourself if you didn't get everything I said or you couldn't understand everything I said. I can send, if you write me, and I know this will be on my Facebook as well, but if you write me and say, "Spencer, please send out your notes so I can take that and apply it to my life as well and get everything you said," then I can do that for you too, because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna hold my notes. I just want to touch it to people's lives to where they're gonna have something there. I found a poem too last night that's gonna be really, really good, and I want you to hear it right quick, and this will close out the video for today. The thing is called A Helping Hand Poem. And listen to everything I say about it. Make it a difference each day you live. Open your heart, learn to give. Life for many is so unkind. Giving people are hard to find. So open your heart, give what you can. We're all responsible for our fellow man. It's ill easy to look the other way, but the tables could turn on any given day. So help if you can, for one day you may be the one who's down and out, the one no one will see. I'm going to read it one more time because that has a great meaning to it. Listen again, guys, and listen clearly, because it's going to touch somebody's life. Making a difference each day you live. Open your heart, learn to give. Life for so many is so unkind. Giving people are hard to find. So open your heart, give what you can. We're all responsible for our fellow man. It's so easy to look the other way, but the tables can turn on any given day. So help if you can, for one day you may be the one who's down and out, the one no one will see. And that poem is by Ray Hansel. That touches, and I hope that touches so many people's lives, is because you don't understand. Giving people are hard to find because they're so greedy with this world. They're so greedy with their mess, and they're so greedy and wrapped up in their own problems, which I understand that. But they don't understand that when they're more fortunate than anybody else, and they see them struggling, they don't want to reach out. But they don't understand that in the part that it says, for one day you may be, it says, so help if you can, for one day you may be the ones who's down and out, the one no one will see. And it did say, so help if you can. If you can help, help them. Because one day you may be the one down and out, the one no one will see. I hope everything that I said today in this video will strike and hit you. I hope that it blesses your heart. And I hope that you will take the next shoulder to say that you're going to reach out. Like the song says, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. It doesn't say do it. It says reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. If you could do it, we all can do it. And that's what so many people think in this world. They think that, oh, I have to reach out and touch somebody. No, it says reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. If you hear the last words, if you can, then that's what you can do. If you can't, don't push yourself to do it just because somebody told you to. If somebody told you to hand somebody $200 and you can't do it, just say, I can't do it. Don't say, okay, here goes $200 and you needed it yourself. Because they ain't going to make that person feel bad because you handed them money and you needed it for something. But it's just saying, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. And I'm going to put that in my description today as well. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. And I hope y'all have a great, great Wednesday. Enjoy it. And help somebody. If you can help somebody today, if you can, reach out and help them. Because you never know when it's going to be you. Just like that part says. So help if you can, for one day you may be the one who's down and out, the one no one will see. Again, so help if you can, for one day you may be the one who's down and out, the one no one will see. I hope you have a great one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please rate and subscribe. Please comment if this has touched your life. If you feel like you need to talk about something, please reach out to me. I'm on Facebook as well, or just leave a comment here or inbox me in my YouTube channel, and I'll be glad to reach out to you somehow and just talk to you guys. But I hope this has touched your life. Tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's great. It's another great topic. It's going to be a touchy topic tomorrow. So reach out to there tomorrow because I'm working on the next topic for tomorrow already. So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you'll enjoy it. I don't tell people what the topics are, but y'all will enjoy it on that day. Again, I hope everybody has a great, wonderful Wednesday, and be a helping hand today if you can, or be a helping hand anytime this week, anytime this month, anytime in the world, be a helping hand. Y'all have a great day.